the 14th week of the season. They're ready to raise the roof at Ford Field in Detroit as their Lions take the field, led for the 5th year in a row by Jared Goff, and ready to go up against Dak Prescott and the surging Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. Now, Dallas won the toss. They have deferred. Brandon Aubrey will kick off. Jacob Sailors and Tom Kennedy are back, and off we go. Kick fielded at the 6-yard line. Sailors. Good run back, takes it up to the 36-yard line. That's where Detroit Jared Goff will set up shop. So there is St. Brown lining up for the opening play. Goff flanked by Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield. He'll go right to the air and throws to the 40-yard line, and right off the bat, who do they go to? St. Brown for a gain of about 6. How about 3rd down and 3? Pressure put on again. Gibbs takes the swing pass. 1st down and a lot more. To the 40, to the 36-yard line he goes. So a 3rd and 3. Dallas having a lot of trouble this year defending on 3rd down.
And really a great call here by the head coach, Dan Campbell. You'll see the escort out front. There's Taylor Decker. Moves well for a big tackle. Does a nice job out in space against the linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And, of course, we know what Jahmyr Gibbs can do, one of the elite talents in the NFL. You get him in space, especially on 3rd down with their backs turned to him. He's going to cover a lot of ground.
Off the fake again. Over the middle, caught at the 34. There he goes again. Inside the 15, breaking tackles all the way to the 11-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Boy, this is an area that I think Detroit's going to try to take advantage of. This is Kenneth Murray right here in the middle. You see Overshown right here. He'll work to the outside, takes St. Brown. Now it's just a one-on-one matchup. Who's going to win this? Gibbs every single time. There aren't any linebackers in the NFL, especially Kenneth Murray at his size, that can stay with Gibbs. Look at that. That's a tough thing to do. It's an area that I think Dan Campbell wants to try to exploit tonight.
38-yard attempt here for Jake Bates. And that drive culminates with a field goal. So 10:46 left in the first half. After the opening drive, it's 3-0 Detroit. Here they come now with 3 tight ends from the 47-yard line. Prescott under pressure, swings it out, and the tackle is made. That time Javonte Williams gets taken down by Derek Barnes. Didn't let him loose. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15.
Now they'll play 3 linebackers. They'll stay in their base look quite a bit as a defense, and they don't typically go to a lot of nickel with that 3 tight end look. They're obviously going to stick to that. And that's a heck of a job of anticipating that ball coming out by Barnes. Route, he kind of settled down.
Go quickly here. Going for it all, and it's incomplete. No flag. Intended for Ryan Flanoy. Covered one-on-one by Rock Yassin. Right. Prescott steps up. Throws into traffic, and it's incomplete. Yet Pickens there. He's looking for a flag. He doesn't get one. It's 4th down and 9. Maddox is there covering on the play.
We've seen Barnes make a few plays. Does a good job of pressuring Dak to make Dak get this ball out. You'd love to see Pickens with a little bit more intensity there on that route than work back to the football.
Wild lights at the Detroit Zoo. Kickoff here. Fielded by Tom Kennedy. Kennedy down the sideline, and Kennedy, it's finally tackled there by Aubrey. So a big run back to just about midfield on 4th and 18 and now 4th and 8. Tonight, more conventional. Flag is thrown to fair catch. Well, it looked like a fair catch was called for by Turpin. And you already had a flag before Turpin took off. And we'll get the call from Hockley.
Yeah, he flashed his hand, and I'm sure that's what he's going to try to defend himself. His hand went up for sure.
That penalty is going to back him all the way up.
Yeah, good hustle downfield there by Detroit. It's like Dorsey, Khalil Dorsey.
3-3. Deep drop. Prescott, look out! He's in trouble. Did he get out of the end zone? That's Jack Campbell who takes care of him. Where will they have the forward progress? It's going to be a safety. The line judge comes in. Very, very close, but Prescott under intense heat. It's ruled a safety, so all scoring plays get reviewed, obviously, but if it holds, it's 5-3.
And again, they've had trouble getting after the quarterback these last few weeks. They bring Campbell, who does a really good job. They bring six. You bring six, you get some one-on-one matchups, and Javonte Williams, who is outstanding as a blitz pickup running back, but give Jack Campbell a lot of credit. He went right by him, brought one more than they could handle, and Campbell's ends up finishing it with a big sack. Good to see if you're a Lions fan. They got after that quarterback.
5 sacks on the season. Here's the call.
When the quarterback was contacted by the defender, the entire football was out of the end zone. Therefore, it is not a safety. It's 4th down.
Anger sends it skyward, so he does get it away, and it's a great kick under the circumstances. The 38-yard line. Tom Kennedy, who had that nice kickoff return, takes it to the 41-yard line.
The linebackers of the Cowboys.
2nd and 6. To the outside goes the pass, caught, 1st down. That's Anthony Fersker, who would be right now the number 2 tight end, missing their top 2 guys, and a gain here of 7 yards and a 1st down.
Yes.
Since Gibbs came in as a rookie. Catch is made on the run. St. Brown inside the 10, setting him a 1st down and goal. On St. Brown, his 2nd catch, tackled by Bland. That's a gain of 27.
And they continue to go different players into the same area. St. Brown this time one-on-one matchup against Bridges. Easy, able to pull away the 2 linebackers. One blitzed, the other one was in man coverage in the other direction, so a ton of space. And man, for a guy that's supposed to have an ankle, he looks great.
1st and goal. Hand the ball off to Williams, and Williams dives. Does he get in? He is going to be stopped a little short at the moment. So they begin the early celebration. Guys have to go back to the bench. 2nd down and goal now from the 1.
And when you're under center, these jet sweeps hit quickly, but watch Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark gets into the backfield, but watch him. He's looking out for the ball to maybe be thrown. If he just would have reached out and grabbed him, that's a 3-yard loss.
2nd and goal. Through the middle. Gibbs into the end zone for a Lions touchdown. So they take advantage of the short field, and down they go into the end zone. 6 plays, 42 yards to take the lead.
Watch the rookie here pick up a nice block, pulling around, a little bit of penetration. Tate Ratledge right there on Sam Williams, and that allows Gibbs to get downhill and to be able to eventually get into the end zone for that touchdown.
As Prescott, short drop, quick throw to the outside he goes, and the Lions are there to gang tackle Flanoy, who's been a busy man. 3 grabs tonight, all for short yardage.
Man, Kelvin Shepard has done a remarkable job in getting this defense ready.
Prescott rolling, keeps his eyes downfield, throwing, that's incomplete. Set up a screen, and it's probably a good thing that he dropped it. Anzalone is right there to take care of Javonte Williams. Got a break by dropping it 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
Prescott in a vice. Sacked. Al-Fadin Muhammad with the sack. Boy, what heat they're putting on tonight.
And the left tackle, 71, who's in for Guyton. Watch his head turn inside. He almost looked confused and surprised with the pressure to the outside. It's 3rd down and 10. I'm not sure why he's looking inside and hesitant to get out to Muhammad, but he was.
Here on 2nd down and 15. Goff fires, caught. Gibbs spins around, and Gibbs picks up about 8, close to a 1st down. Overshown making the tackle there.
Again, attacking that same area there. They actually use a receiver underneath to kind of take the eyes of Logan Wilson, and that opens it up for Gibbs. I remember when he was at Alabama, I used to go to their practices. He's a running back at Alabama. he'd be lined up in certain periods out with the receivers, running routes with the receivers.
42-yard line. Pressure again. Prescott escaping. Under pressure, throws, and it's knocked down. That time it's Aiden Hutchinson, of course, the great star defensive end, played his college ball at Michigan in his 4th year.
I don't know. That ball came out awkwardly. I don't know if it went backwards. That could be a fumble. Now Dallas recovers it, but that looks like a lateral. That's a backwards pass.
It sure does.
And Ferguson, luckily for the Cowboys, jumps on top of that.
But initially it looked like it was batted.
It's a backward pass. The ball was placed at the 42-yard line.
Play clock down to 3 on 3rd down and 21. 4-man rush. Prescott dancing. Throws. That's caught. To the outside goes Ferguson. Ball is out. The ball is out, and the Lions look like they're on top of it. And they are.
And Jack Campbell got his hand on that football to knock it out. Well, this guy's been everywhere tonight. We've seen him make plays against Javonte Williams in the run game. Saw him blitz. And now here he is, not giving up on a play. It looks like that's just a hustle play by Jack Campbell. What you'd expect from him. And then, of course, Brian Branch is right there, heads up to jump on top of the football. Look, not only does he finish on the play, but the intent there to punch at the football to be able to knock it out. He's telling him you got to cover that.
The coordinator, meanwhile, Montgomery is in as the back. Goff has time. Goff fires. Has the open man. Jamison Williams to the 35-yard line. They pick up the first.
Now, watch how J-Mo sells this. I think he's going on a go ball. Watch him go. Look, he's taken off. He's gone, right? Nope. Look at him decel and then come back to the football against Bland. That is not easy to do when you're full speed going downfield at about 25 yards and he put the brakes on.
This is gigantic. 2nd and 10. Montgomery breaking tackles. Inside the 10, he goes to the end zone for the touchdown. 35 yards for Montgomery. That took all of 1:48 to go, 53 yards, 4 plays.
And they overcame a 1st and 25. Watch Sewell and the balance that he has to then turn to his right and make that block right there on Overshown. That's what allowed him to be able to get into the teeth of that defense, and then that's what Montgomery brings. The physicality. We know about Gibbs, how quick and elusive he is, and there's his partner showing how physical and tough he can be at that 2nd and 3rd level of that defense.
In the #1 seed right now. Pass caught by St. Brown for a pickup of about 5. Tackled by Revel. 2nd down and 6. Goff fires over the middle, caught on the run. And another great run by Gibbs. Gibbs losing the ball, but he was down. Whistle blew.
Yeah, they get
Ref going to the line. Down 21. Goff to the outside throw. St. Brown. He's out of bounds. That stops the clock with 17. Bland making the stop. Goff down the sideline. It's incomplete. Crowd wants a flag, and they get one. That's Savon Revel, the rookie out of East Carolina, who's played so well, but that time the flag thrown on him.
Yeah, it was condensed formation there.
The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. 1st down, Detroit.
Tight formation, which gives St. Brown room to be able to work with against this rookie. That is a tough matchup. And Revel, he never turns around to be able to find the football. So he's kind of in no man's land, grabs on.
And Bates sends it down and through.
First, we got to get another takeaway, another stop.
Thanks, Dan.
All right.
Well, he's so right with those explosive plays. 4 of them for 25 yards or more. Meanwhile, it's deflected, intercepted by the Lions, and that is Barnes. Derek Barnes, the linebacker, comes up with the gift. And the Lions back in immediate business.
That quick slant has been so effective all year, and especially last week. But I think Robertson, it comes close to getting that hand in there, and then that's what brought the ball out where Barnes can make this play. and take it all the way back, or close to taking it back to the end zone. But that slant, that's been their go-to. And I think that left-hander, Robertson, got in there to be able to keep it away from Pickens being able to make that catch. What a good job of, obviously, film study, anticipating, and being ready for that route that 3 has done all year long.
Barnes gets the goal. 2nd down and 8. To the end zone, open touchdown! Isaac Slaw with the score. "12 yards, 46 seconds into the second half."
A switch release, and watch the eyes of the rookie, 34 Revel, just kind of looking at the quarterback. No real feel, and this is a guy that played predominantly man-to-man at East Carolina. He's learning how to play zone. That time in the zone, eyes looking at the quarterback.
3 receivers to the left. Prescott looks that way. Prescott throws that way, and the pass is incomplete. Flanoy again, the intended receiver, so it's 4th down and 5. Here comes Gibbs out of the slot. Goff looks that way, throws that way, caught. Can he get the first down? Yes, he can. With a great spin move to avoid the tackle, move the sticks.
Talked earlier about how he has the skill set to be a receiver, and he's out there as a receiver. They motion him, create the matchup on the inside against 26 Bland, and this is what separates him. Instead of going out, Bland went out of bounds, and Gibbs puts the brakes on and finishes the play to be able to get that first down. And a heck of a job there by Goff. He got pressured and got the ball out quickly.
They didn't fool the Cowboys. 2nd down and 9. Look at that protection for Goff. Throws along the sideline, and it's caught by Williams. Covered by the rookie Revel. 16 yards, another first down.
Remember Cologne? We talked about how he went down. They benched him. Watched it match up here in the interior and watch him win. That is a tough ask there against Quinnen Williams, but he does a heck of a job. Hand-to-hand combat, wins. Goff is, again, decisive, getting the ball out there to Jamo for that first down.
45-yard line. Prescott stepping up, throws to the outside. Coverage is good. It's incomplete. Reed able to knock that one down before it got to Pickens. 4th down.
Remember we talked about how they've been targeting Reed, and I don't think he felt threatened downfield. This is not a great route by George Pickens. If I'm a defender, do you feel threatened that he's going to go downfield? It almost looks like he's running just a route. He's just jogging downfield. If you want the corner to retreat, you got to sell it like you're going downfield.
The 32-yard line. Montgomery's the running back. Give it to David. Nice move. David Montgomery keeps those legs churning. Picks up 9.
Really good job with that jumbo set. Big fella Dan Skipper off there on the right side. We'll give him a little whistle.
Maybe right here. Nope. 1st and 15. Caught. Picks up 14. Williams, the big play guy. Go his way. Kenny Clark put the pressure on that time, but Goff got it away. It's going to be 2nd down and short.
Boy, a heck of a job here by Kenny Clark, which is what he's known for, ability to be able to get off. Now use his hands, bouncing off, almost gets to him, just blink of an eye short. But just talking about Pickens and the route running. Look at this route by Jamison Williams. And then he comes back to the football because that ball.
2nd and 2. Dwelly is in there as the fullback. And that will be a first down on the ground. With a half a minute now to go as Montgomery picks up that first down. Coming up Monday night at the Chargers. Goff under pressure throws, and that's caught. A flag is thrown, as has been the case on about every other play. St. Brown out of the slot. Montgomery to the 28-yard line. He's something. Keeps those legs churning. Montgomery only 6 carries tonight, but for 60 yards.
You get the big man right here, but you get the double team to the inside, and you got a big physical runner. Good job by the receiver coming in there to make a nice block there to Slaw. So They're, like I said, this drive they've been leaning on Dallas a lot more with the jumbo package. David Montgomery in there.
Cowboys have only gotten to Goff once for a sack tonight. He throws, it's caught. You got St. Brown making the grab. Out of bounds. He goes just shy of the 30-yard line. 38-47. Had one blocked from 52. This is a 46-yard attempt to try to make it a 2-score game again. And this kick is true. Up and good. With 11:50 to go in regulation.
You're big into the Christmas movies, right?
Totally. I'm big into anything Michelle Pfeiffer does. She's fantastic.
I agree.
Here's the run back, is out to the 40-yard line. Tom Kennedy, right side. Goff in the pocket. Goff fires, caught on the run, and taking it inside the 30. Williams, Jameson Williams, another big play. Bell makes the tackle. Flag down.
And Goff gets hit late after he makes this throw. This will be, I think it's going to be roughing the quarterback.
Flag down at the 34-yard line. So Hockley checking. Play was good for 30 yards to the Dallas 25.
Roughing the passer, defense number 53. The penalty's half the distance to the goal added to the end of the play. First down.
Yeah, that's James Houston on the edge. And this is what we've been talking about. You're working some clock, but these are the matchups that favor you. Great crossing route there against man coverage. What a matchup against a safety with Jameson Williams, who can just pull away and separate, puts the ball out in front. Offensive line does their job, and then you tack on half the distance.
Second down and 7. Gibbs. You can only bottle him up so long. Touchdown. They limited Gibbs to 20 yards on 9 carries before he's able to bust it into the end zone. But from 10 yards out to make it 36-27 pending the extra point.
They convert, keep this drive alive. Watch Penei Sewell on the right side with the rookie Tate Ratledge. Good job of just kind of pushing that defensive line. They were slanting that way, just push them down. Looks like they're going to take a peek to make sure he was good to go, and into the end zone. Looks clean to me.
12 left in the 4th. Prescott running for his life. Down he goes at the 23-yard line. Mohammed, his second sack of the night.
They know with CeeDee Lamb down, they've got to take George Pickens away. He's going to have a double move, little stutter and go, but with the safety over top, Dak Prescott has to come off of it, and there again is that pass rush that's...
2nd and 3. Blitz, look out, has to get it away, just throws it out of bounds. 3rd down. 3rd and 3 remaining. So it's 37-30. Here's Kennedy, another good run back, and down the sideline he goes.
Boy, is he a threat.
Yeah, before he's bumped out of bounds near midfield.
Almost with a fearless attitude as a return man.
Play action. Fired over the middle. Big gain inside the 30-yard line. St. Brown to the 13-yard line. The tackle in bounds. Clock keeps running.
And let's give Dan Campbell a lot of credit, but of course, how fitting. The leader, the guy that was questioned whether or not he'd be able to play with the ankle. You go to him. He's been making plays all night. He goes up there against Deron Bland with the soft coverage. Instead of running and working the clock, they get aggressive, make Dallas pay for sitting back, and who better than number 14 to make one of the biggest plays of the game.
Gibbs the back. Give it to him to the outside. Blocking, and into the end zone he goes. Tristan Colon led the way. Three touchdowns tonight for Gibbs.
That jumbo look, you know, they leaned on it here in this second half. They got back to the passing game to make the plays that they needed to. But then finally, that jumbo look on that right side, they went heavy with 3 tight ends if you include Skipper. And I love it. The key block, Tristan Colon, who was benched earlier, comes back, makes a big block there to spring him loose.
First down. Look out. Down he goes. Muhammad, that's 3 for him tonight. Prescott dancing, fires over the middle, and that is going to be picked off. DJ Reed has his moment after they've been picking on him all night.
Now, you're exactly right. They've gone after DJ Reed quite a bit. A lot of that was C.D. Lamb earlier in this game before he went out with the injury. But he did a heck of a job here reading the eyes of the quarterback, closing that gap and that separation and getting his hand in there and knock it away. And then how about the way he finished on it? Let's make sure he caught it. Looked like there he might miss it, but somehow, oh no, he got it. That's an oh.
Then it comes out at the very end.
Look at him fight for this ball. Minutes away from him. Good for him.
Yep. It's confirmed the interception stands.
Playoffs, they're going to have to win their division. They're going to need Philadelphia to continue to struggle. We'll see if that happens. But competitive games till the end.
Yep.
Dan Campbell, he found a way to get that touchdown when he needed to get that 14-point lead and really put it out of just able to secure victory there.
You're right. The defense ratcheted it up when they had to. Win it by a score of 44-30 at Ford Field. So for Detroit now, tougher schedule than the other guys. At the Rams, Pittsburgh comes here, at Minnesota, and then at Chicago is their last game of the season.